Happy Monday, getting a little stronger, smarter, harder than I was yesterday. I work out, I work on my body, and I also listen to things that are strengthening my mind, will, and emotions while I do it. So when I'm done working out, my whole being is energized, and I'm ready to face life to the best of my ability. Vision is so important. It's a lot. It's almost everything. So I find that you can't outperform your vision. And so I learned a long time ago that it's very important to be able to elevate your vision. This is why the rule of fives is so important. You'll only rise as high as your five closest friends. You know, there's so much to be said for your ability to see where you're going in life and your inability to go anywhere you can't see. So I think one thing that really separates people is their vision. And so if I want to elevate my vision, I learn from and I spend time with people who solve the types of problems. I'm stumped at problem on a scale of 1, 2 through 10. I'm stumped at problem number 2.5. These guys are solving problems up at like 9s and even 10s. And so I listen to them. I spend time with them. Listening to people who have higher quality problems gives you a higher quality thought process, and it gives you a higher quality perspective. You see things from their perspective because you're downloading, entertaining and challenging and wrestling with their thoughts, you know, instead of just watching television or the news and being fed intellectual ice cream and wondering why you're psychologically out of shape. Matt, Jordan P just dropped this one. Who are you? You're the thing that transforms who you are. You're who you are, but you're also the thing that transforms who you are. This gives you the responsibility and the power to be the steward over your life, to have lordship over your life. If you can take that, man, you can own that, then you start cooking with tartar sauce, man. But the whole world starts to change the day you become strong enough to look in the mirror and sacrifice weaker versions of yourself for who you want to become. Never apologize for your greatness. If you're good, know you're good, but know the difference between confidence and arrogance. Confidence is accurate. Arrogance is inaccurate. That's why everyone wants to show you who you really are. They want to reveal you to yourself. That's because arrogance is inaccurate. But when you truly know who you are, you stand up against it, and you can substantiate your claims and your reasons for thinking so highly of yourself. Confidence, though, comes from experience. I know what I can do because I do. I know what I can do because I've been doing for a while, a little bit, right? So when I say no, you know, I got you, I can handle this. I know that I'm speaking the truth. You know what I mean? The other person doesn't know that because they weren't there when I killed the lion, the bear, and all those things. They make it so I can say that, you know what I'm saying? And that's the difference. So make sure you're challenging yourself. This is why challenging yourself, pushing, improving, hitting your personal best on the bench, working out to failure constantly is so important if you really want to develop, because you know your boundaries, you know what I'm saying? And no one can take that away from you because no one was there when you went and found them with you. You know what I'm saying? Except you and your God. And that's the game. Your ability increases, so then does your vision, because you know you're stronger, you know you can do more, and then you know you can look up and see farther and do more. It's very natural and acceptable to be afraid of rejection. But I just want you to know, you ain't even playing the big game until you can celebrate the destruction of your current state, until you can celebrate the destruction of yourself on a daily basis. You can celebrate the pain that goes into the destroying of who you currently are. You're not really playing the big game until you realize that becoming is superior to being. You fall in love with the darkness, the loneliness, the fear even associated with going after your greatness, you know what I'm saying? So this is the only way to truly, truly live. This is the art of the phoenix. This is modern day alchemy of self. This is the transmutation and transformation that is necessary for your self-evolution. See the world as it is, you see it as you are, baby. And the thing is, it's to the weaker person who hasn't been on this path, they get to a mountaintop, they see the other mountaintop, and they're like, oh my gosh. After you've done a couple mountaintops, you're like, it's so exciting. It's just so exciting because you're like, yo, what's up, Goliath? What's up, Leviathan? You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Like, by the grace of God, I am what I am. You know, I ain't done any of it on my own. I've just been faithful enough to pick up the stones. I've been faithful enough to go, to give you my little pot, to give you my 2 loaves and fishes. I know what's about to happen. And if not, it'll be a good death. I learned over time, after you get a couple wins, life is truly about making your best better. That's when you're cooking with tartar sauce. You've gotta make your best better. That's what we're doing here, because becoming is superior to being. So we have to make our best better, and this is how we live the best life we can. Run from the darkness, run to it, learn to master it. Because there's a dark side of yourself that you can't run from, and you'll only become who you are supposed to be, all that you're created to be, if you can learn to master it. This is why so much is about renewing your mind. And when you learn not to be afraid of it, and how not to run from your weakness, you learn how to master your weakness, how to leverage your weakness, how to use your fear and your weaknesses as target indicators, and you use your fear as fuel. Then you begin the alchemy of the mind, the metamorphic process of turning your weaknesses into strength and finding that flight like the phoenix out of destruction. Destruction is merely the reality of who you really truly are as a result of everything that's happened, and using all the tools you readily have available and doing the best you can. But you can't get out of that destruction until you learn how to use it. It's so appropriate. It's such a perfect path designed to make you personally the best you can be. The pain is providence if you can give it a purpose. This is the game. This is the way. And this is how you hear, well done, thy good and faithful servant.